As Haru and Angelica ascended the dungeon's levels, a sudden tremor shook the structure. A massive wave of monsters was shifting. Back at the dungeon entrance, the guard grumbled about his lack of respect, how the students had disregarded his warnings of a monster surge and entered anyway. Abruptly, every rat in the dungeon bolted outside. Turning, the guard was met with the horrifying sight of menacing slimes advancing towards him. Panicked, he fled to the Adventurers Guild, bursting in to inform the guild master about the unfolding stampede. Lady Mary, along with a group of seasoned adventurers, was already present, their faces etched with worry. The guild master retrieved an ancient scroll from his shelves, revealing a map of the dungeon's layout. He described dungeons as living entities, expanding downwards until they reached their deepest level. Upon reaching this final floor, their growth ceased, and a vast number of monsters spawned, overflowing the dungeon's capacity and surging outwards. The scroll indicated that the only way to halt the stampede was by eliminating the dungeon boss on the lowest floor. Its defeat would cause all the spawn monsters to vanish. The adventurers questioned who possessed such capability, and Mary's thoughts instantly flew to Haru. Just then, the ground quaked as the monsters launched their assault on the city. The guild master dispatched one adventurer to evacuate the populace and another to assemble all adventurers and soldiers at the city gates for defense. Within the dungeon, Haru continued his effortless climb. Encountering a group of griffins on one level, he tossed them some fish laced with poison. The griffins devoured the bait, quickly succumbing to the toxins and collapsing unconscious. Haru dispatched them, converting them into experience points, and proceeded upwards. At the city gates, the adventurers had repelled the initial onslaught, but many suffered significant wounds. Mary's anxiety intensified. Suddenly, an adventurer recalled the students who had entered the dungeon earlier, mentioning Haru's presence among them. The guild master pondered this, concluding that Haru was likely the sole individual capable of slaying the dungeon boss and ending the chaos. He needed to relay this information, but the question of who would undertake this perilous task arose. All eyes turned to Mary, the only one not actively engaged in the defense. Terror filled her eyes as she tearfully protested, unable to face a horde of monsters alone. Understanding her fear, the guild master assigned Ofter to escort her. Ofter pointed out that his departure would weaken their defenses, but the guild master, invoking his father, Whitebeard, and swearing upon his mustache, vowed to hold back any approaching monsters. Meanwhile, Haru reached the 81st floor, a water-themed level inhabited by piranha-like creatures. As he contemplated his next move and peered into the water, he was ambushed by the piranhas. Angelica swiftly intervened, slashing at the fish. Recalling seeing similar fish frozen in the market, Haru employed ice magic to lower the water temperature, slowing the piranhas. He then used his packing skill to encase them in ice, successfully immobilizing them. Confident in his ability to clear the floor, he dashed across the stepping stones, freezing any nearby fish. Abruptly, a colossal piranha emerged, the floor's boss, enraged by Haru's actions against her kin. She unleashed a massive wave. Angelica abandoned Haru at the last second, and he was swept beneath the surface. Resourcefully, he conjured an earth magic surfboard, propelling himself upwards. Riding the wave, he leaped towards the giant piranha's head, delivering a single, powerful blow that knocked her unconscious. Having confirmed the boss's defeat, Haru retreated to safety and cheerfully resumed his ascent. His confidence bolstered, he rapidly climbed. On the 79th floor, he discovered the Pilgrim's Ring, a charm promising happiness and protection from misfortune. On the 77th floor, he found the Blessed Bangle, capable of dispelling a single curse. On the 75th floor, he vanquished the floor boss, obtaining the Necromancy Ball, an artifact granting control over the living and the dead. Thrilled with his discoveries, Haru then realized he was neither cursed nor unlucky. He turned to Angelica, offering her the ring and bangle, suggesting they could break her curse and bring her happiness. He even included the Necromancy Ball as an added gift. Angelica attempted to decline, but Haru insisted, claiming girls liked accessories. Angelica accepted the 3 treasures, their power instantly taking effect. Unaware of the transformation, Haru dashed off to explore, while Angelica removed her helmet, revealing her restored human form. She quickly replaced the helmet and hurried after Haru. Elsewhere, Haru's classmates had just concluded a grueling battle against a pack of werewolves when they sensed someone approaching. Fearing another monster, they were relieved to find Ofter and Mary. The pair informed them of the stampede and their need for Haru's assistance. Learning of Haru's separation from the group, Mary despaired. The class representative consoled her, urging them to find Haru quickly. Meanwhile, Haru was engaged in a precarious game of The Floor is Lava, navigating a bridge over a molten lake. He nearly plummeted to his death before Angelica caught him, advising him to rest. Haru agreed, pondering how to recover from the heat exhaustion. He noticed a gentle breeze emanating from a hole in the wall. Putting his head inside, he used wind magic to cool himself. Coincidentally, the other end of the opening led to the floor where his classmates were gathered. The class representative heard Haru's sighs of relief carried on the cool air and called out to him. Haru responded, recognizing the hole he had previously fallen through. He inquired about a rope, recalling his inability to climb out before. Learning they were on the 54th floor, Haru figured he could quickly reach them. The class representative stopped him, revealing the danger facing the city. She explained the stampede, and Mary and After reiterated the need for him to defeat the boss. Glancing at Angelica, Haru claimed to have already defeated it. Astonished, the others questioned a second wave if the boss was dead. The adventurer pressed Haru, emphasizing the boss's defeat as the only solution. Haru realized that saving the city meant killing Angelica. He considered their bond, her imprisonment within the dungeon, his growing affection for her. Unwilling to sacrifice her, he retracted his statement, claiming he hadn't defeated the boss. He searched for a way to protect the city without harming Angelica. Resolved, he told Angelica he needed her help. He then announced his intention to stop the stampede, shocking his classmates, who knew of no other method. However, the class representative expressed her faith in Haru, acknowledging his sometimes pathetic tendencies, but also his ability to rise to the occasion. She reminded them of his repeated rescues, the basis of her trust. Her words renewed Haru's confidence. He vowed to save both the city and Angelica.